pissed you off this week?
I'm your host, Lele, the whitest sheet in the linen drawer. Thank you. Raukola, and I'm joined here today by Torgeir, the man with hair almost as short as my patience, Ryssevik. Say hello, Torgeir.
Hello.
And today we are joined here by a very, very special guest.
Hell yeah.
Ladybug.
Ladybug.
Welcome.
Woo-hoo.
Hello.
Welcome to the podcast. Hello.
It is an absolute pleasure to have you on the podcast. We are very, very excited.
Thank you. I'm excited to be here as well and to talk to you guys.
Hell yeah.
Yes, you have some very interesting and exciting things going on. You are in the Norwegian national selection running for a spot in Eurovision.
Yes, I am. I'm 1 out of 9 artists in the Norwegian competition MGP. Yeah, so hopefully I will be going to Eurovision. I'm crossing my fingers as hard as I can every day.
Yes.
Yeah.
How does that feel like? Because you have also been in the music business for a while, like that you have now gotten into this competition and there's like a very real chance that you might be going to Eurovision.
Yeah, it feels epic, to be honest. And it feels like it could actually happen.
Yeah.
Like, I'm starting to realize that this might actually perhaps happen. Because it's been kind of like a distant thing, you know, like I was hoping to get in on MGP for like several years. And then I got in, and then it took me about 15 minutes. And I was like, you know what? I want to win. I am going to win. I want to go for it. And I want to go to Eurovision. And I just want to win Eurovision as well.
Yeah.
So yeah, that escalated pretty quickly.
Yes.
But yeah, excited.
Hell yeah.
That is genuinely so freaking cool.
I was actually singing in a living room 2 days before the press release
Yeah.
of MGP. And I was so nervous singing in that living room.
Like
Oh,
a
yeah.
like a very private gig kind of situation, or?
Yeah, it was like in front of 15, 20 people.
Oh, but that is devastating.
Yeah,
though.
I feel like that is way more
Yeah.
nerve-wracking because then like you could actually see everyone, you know?
You can see every
Yeah.
face, every opinion, every like twitch of an eyebrow. You know
Yeah.
what I mean?
And also, all of those 20 people were just songwriters and singers and like Chris Medina and stuff. So I was like, oh my God.
Oh, so like not
So-
only is it only a few people, so you can really see everyone's face, all of them are in the same industry and probably have a lot of
Yeah.
thoughts about your performance.
Yeah.
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 But I don't know. So I'm curious and intrigued by how that is going to feel compared to standing on a massive stage with like lights and a dance routine and all of that stuff.
Yeah.
Because I expect to be more stressed on the big stage, but you never know. Maybe I'm going to be more relaxed.
We'll see.
We'll see.
Yeah.
Now, before we get further into MGP, would you tell us what has pissed you off this week?
Oh yeah, we're going straight to the good stuff.
Yes.
Yes.
No, it's been a really good week, I would say. But of course, there's the little things in life
Yeah.
that makes life beautiful, but also extremely fucking annoying. Something as stupid as I was going back home from NRK, where we do the production for MGP, and I go on my bike because, yeah, I know it's slippery, sloppery, and icy outside, but I go everywhere with my bike anyway.
Wait, so MGP artists are not driven around in limos?
What?
What?
No, not yet. I mean,
I see.
maybe the more fancy and more famous ones. But for me, since this is my first time, not yet. I just get a bike.
Yeah.
But it's an electric bike, though.
Oi.
That being said,
Oi.
It's
humble,
a bit
but
closer
not too humble.
Yes, it's closer to a limousine.
so it's pretty fancy.
Yes.
Yeah.
So yeah, no. So I go with my bike and I switch on the computer off the bike, get on the bike, and then it's like, I don't know if you've ever gone on an electric bike before, but if it doesn't work or if it's not switched on, it's just so much harder to bike than a normal bike.
Yeah.
And so yeah, the stuff ain't stuffing. Like it's not working. The bike ain't biking. And it looks like everything is fine and the computer display shows the numbers and it shows the thing that it's supposed to show. And I'm like, what the fuck is going on? And so I just go back in and figure like, oh my God, now I have to deliver the bike at some mechanic shop and have it fixed. But then, fun enough, the day after, I go back out, go on the bike to try to see if it's working. And then I realize it's just me that wasn't working. It wasn't the bike. It was my brain that wasn't braining. So on the display, you have the level of how much you want the bike to help you, and it was down on 0.
So it was not helping out at all then.
So yeah, that was annoying.
Yeah, I can imagine.
Yeah.
Yeah, and except from that, it's also just been some, the daily life. For example, here the other day, I was in such a hurry. I was stressed. I think I was going to NRK or I was going to work or something. And you get dressed, you're about to run out of the door, and then like your jacket gets stuck to the door, like the door handle.
Yeah.
And I don't know about you, but that's the kind of stuff that makes me just want to like punch a hole in the wall.
Yeah.
I honestly feel like the tiny inconveniences are significantly worse than something big that happening, because then I'm just like constantly a little bit annoyed. Like stubbing your toe and go like,
especially if you're in a hurry. Anything that sets you back even half a second is like, fuck you.
Yeah, literally. And like USB sticks are the bane of my existence. Why does it never go in correctly? Like you try once, okay, I turn it around. Then you turn it around. This wasn't good either. So it was the first one, but it just didn't go in. I think it's now time that we get back to MGP.
Yes.
The press event where the contestants were published was a little bit over a week ago. I'd like to know, what did it feel like to be waiting behind the curtains for your name to be announced? What was going through your head? What was it like?
I was both overthinking but also spacing out at the same time. So I didn't know like what kind of energy should I have when I go out there, because obviously I hadn't been able to see anyone of the other ones that went before me.
Oh, really?
Yeah, because I'm sitting behind the curtain.
You guys didn't have like a monitor backstage or something?
No.
Oh.
We don't see, like what type of energy they have when they go out. And like, do they walk? Do they smile? Are they more like attitude? So for me, I was like, you know what? I'm just gonna be me.
Yeah.
And do what feels natural and right. And apparently that is dancing and having a lot of weird facial expressions.
I loved your introduction. I loved the energy you gave.
Yeah.
We had everyone here at the Woods was gathered like in Jonas' studio watching you walk out. We were all cheering you on.
Oh, thank you. Thank you, guys. Yeah, no, but it was a lot of fun.
I can imagine.
Sure. Yeah.
Did you guys have did you practice the press event beforehand, or was this just like your guys are just like, just go on the stage and do whatever?
Do your thing.
So we got to see the setup before, and it was kind of like, okay, you're gonna go out from here, and then you go to this spot on the red carpet, and then you stay here for a few seconds, and then you're gonna go over to this table and stand here and grab one of the microphones.
Yes.
Right.
But yeah, that was it. It's not like we rehearsed like how we were gonna walk out or anything.
Right.
But we got to know where to walk.
Right.
Yes.
I did not know that like you guys didn't have a monitor backstage. That has to make it so much more nerve-wracking, because you don't know what the others are doing at all. And like, what's the energy behind? Yeah. How well can you hear them?
Oh, we could hear the interview though.
Yeah.
Right.
We just couldn't see it.
Did they prepare you at all for like what they were gonna ask you when you came out there, or was that all just waiting?
Yeah, they did.
They did?
They did.
Yeah.
Yes, everybody knew more or less what they were going to be asked about.
Yes.
Which was nice, I think.
Yeah.
Because you have a lot of nerves when you go out there and you're like really excited and you don't know what's going on. So at least knowing a little bit about what is going to happen is kind of nice.
Yeah. I can imagine. Yeah. Well, you have known that you would be participating for over a year.
Yes.
Before it was released. What has it been like to know about your participation for this long and have to keep it a secret? Have you had moments where you're like, I want to tell you guys so bad?
And also for those who don't know, knowing for over a year is a really long time for MGP. That is not how it usually is. It's usually
a couple
4 months.
Yeah, 3-4 months.
No, something like that. So yeah, tell us about that.
3-4 months. Yeah, no, so as you said, I've known it for a really long time. I think normally they kind of establish about in October, I believe.
Yeah.
Who is going to participate for the next year's MGP.
Yes.
And so in 2023, the participants got to know in October, and then just a few days after they got to know, I got a phone call from Stig, who used to be the guy who picks out the artists for MGP. Mm-hmm. And he was like, okay, Iris, I have one bad news for you, which is that, as you probably understand by now, you are not going to be in MGP 2024.
Yes.
But the good news is that I am wondering if you want to participate in MGP 2025.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, hell yeah.
Hell yeah. That is very much worthy of a hell yeah.
Yeah.
So, yeah, basically I knew about my participation for 25 at the same time as people joining for 24 got to know.
Yeah.
Which has been, it's been a long year and 3-4 months. I can tell you that it's been a year.
Yeah.
To say it like that.
How has it been to keep that secret for so long? And have you been able to keep it secret?
Yeah, or have you told your mom maybe?
Oh yeah. No, it took me. My boyfriend was in the room when I got to know.
Right.
So he knew straight away. And then, because this was, as I said, October, and actually I didn't tell my parents immediately. I told my parents when I was back home for Christmas.
Nice.
Oh yeah.
So I kept it a secret for them for a few months. And after that, I tried to keep it as much as I could as a secret.
Yeah.
I feel like the first year was easier than the last few months.
Yeah. It's because it's building up to the reveal and you're like,
Any minute now.
Yeah.
Couple more weeks.
And I think knowing that it was such a long time until I could kind of reveal it out in the open, it helped me go into this mode that was just like, okay, this is a secret, you have to keep it. Also because I don't know, maybe if I told too many people and it got out in the media, maybe that would be a bad thing for me,
Yeah.
Maybe they would be like, you know what, the media already knows we're not gonna keep you for 2025. I don't think they would have done that anyway, but I just didn't want to risk it.
Yeah, understandable. But that phone call from Stig must have been quite a roller coaster of emotions where first you're like, I didn't make it. But then, but actually, you know what? I have some really good news.
Yeah.
Going through all 5 stages of grief simultaneously.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was epic. And I remember I was at home, actually pretty late, trying to make it to a yoga class. And then he called me and I saw that it was him calling. So I was like, okay, I have to pick up. And then I first thought that he was just calling to say that I was not going to get in. So I was like, damn, I'm already late for my yoga class here.
Yeah, you're going to break the bad news now.
Yeah.
And now you're just calling to make me even more late. And then he said that I was gonna be in and I just canceled the entire yoga class. I was like, to hell with the yoga. I'll just do another day.
But your song was clearly so good that Stig absolutely wanted it in MGP, even if not in 2024, but now in 2025. Could you tell us a little bit about your song, Hot as Hell in Paradise?
Hot as Hell in Paradise. Yeah, so the song has a very strong and frisky title, which I absolutely love that it has. But the meaning behind the song goes a little bit deeper.
Wait.
So Hot as Hell in Paradise is about finding a person where you instantly feel like, wow, okay, this is my person. This is probably my soulmate.
Yeah.
I guess you both have sometimes met one person that it doesn't matter if it's in a romantic way or if it's just in a friendship kind of way. Sometimes you just click with people, right?
Yeah.
In a very unique way. So it's about finding a person like that, but then there's a lot of bystanders and people who has a lot of, what's it called? It's such a hard word in English. Thank you.
Yes.
That's the one.
Yeah. Towards the person.
Yeah.
And they try to make you not liking the person anymore.
Yeah. Try to sabotage kind of.
Yeah, try to sabotage. So instead of listening to that, you kind of go you know what? Thank you so much for your advice and your opinion. But think maybe that I am gonna try to get to know this person myself so that I can make up an opinion for myself. What I feel and think about this person, because for me, I think this could be hella hot in paradise.
Yes.
Nice. Yeah.
So that's what this song is about.
Yeah. And can you tell us about the writing process and like from idea to a finished song with a stage performance and all of that? How has that been?
Yeah, it's been a lot of fun. So this song was actually written in Sweden, in Malmö. Together with Jonas Jensen.
Hey, I know that guy.
Yeah, you know that guy. And Anders Wrethov and Thomas Stengård.
Yes.
So it's the four of us who has made this song together. And it's a funny thing, actually, on that day in Sweden, we were on a songwriting camp and all four of the artists were supposed to have one day where they did 2 sessions in one day. So basically running in between studios and running from team to team. I, of course, got the last day to do that, which is also the shortest day. So it was very stressful. I was going crazy. But there was something magical happening in that one room, while in the other room, there wasn't much happening at all. Yeah, it's just sometimes it doesn't work, which was the case for that other session I had going on. While in the room with Thomas, Jonas, and Anders, there was something magical about to happen. And just the entire energy was there. So I told the other team of songwriters and producer that, you know what, it's a short day today. I feel like I have to prioritize being in the other room. So I basically ditched the other gang and I was like, you have to do you, but I really have to go do this song. I went like 100% in on just doing that one writing session, and today I'm so happy for that.
Clearly it worked out in the end.
As I said,
yeah, obviously.
Yeah. I mean, at the end of that session, you know, like you have a deadline on the songwriting camps. We were way overdue for the deadline. We were getting nagged down by the people hosting the camp. Like, okay, you have to get your ass out here for the listening session. And we were like, yeah, we're almost there. And I remember Jonas, the producer, he was like sweating. He was so stressed and he was like trying to produce.
Jonas rarely misses a deadline.
Yes.
Yeah, while the rest of us, because we were kind of like done with what we could do, like the lyrics were down, we had recorded everything that needed to be recorded. So the 3 of us, we were jumping around in studio while Jonas was sitting producing. It was like the most epic end to a writing session I've ever been in. We could not stand still. We were just jumping around and singing along, and we already like knew the lyrics so well, like in the core of our bodies. It was just
that sounds amazing.
Yeah, it's so nice when it just comes together like that.
That sounds like a dream session.
It was really a dream session, and it was so much fun.
Was it like one of those times where you just feel like the song is kind of writing itself?
Yeah. Like, to be honest, we were also a little bit stuck in that session in the beginning. But once it clicked and we found what we were going to write about and how we were going to write it, it just like, boom. I think we wrote the song and recorded it in 2 hours.
Oh,
and
wow.
produced it.
Oh,
yeah.
And for those who are not in the music business, that is very fast.
Yeah, that's record speed.
Usually it takes you about 2 hours to get like the chorus done.
Yeah, which is why Jonas was hella stressed at the end. So yeah, but it was just like it clicked and then boom, there the song was.
Magic. That is incredible.
Magic happened.
How does it feel like now that we are getting closer and closer to MGP that you get to perform that song live with all kinds of staging and costume? Have you seen your costume yet? Have you seen the staging yet? And like, how does all of that feel like? Okay, so first things first, let's start with the staging. Because as you know, I've had a long time to prepare for this. So for me, I had made a very specific mood board that I sent in to NRK and MGP. And
I am so happy about how the people putting together the show has kind of like just grabbed that mood board and actually is working with me
Yeah.
rather than towards me. Because I feel like that could happen
Yeah.
for some artists, that they feel like they end up with a concept that they don't really know if they can stand for 100%.
Yeah.
But for me, I am so happy about the staging. So that's one thing. And for the costume, that's a funny thing. So normally NRK, you come there, you have your mood board, you have your vision, blah, 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 which I also did. And then we started working on ideas together, and the costume designers made this beautiful costume. Absolutely loved it. And then I put it on. I go down to have one of my dance rehearsals, the first dance rehearsal, and that's when we realize it's not working with the show.
Oh no!
But the costume is
was
not
it
working,
like
or
was it for example too long?
Yeah.
Were you stepping on it, or what was the problem?
No, I wasn't stepping on it. It was just that it was moving too much.
Right.
Yeah, it was kind of wobbling too much. I don't want to. I mean, I'm not going to end up using it anyway. But yeah, it was wobbling
Wobbling.
too much.
Yeah.
It was too wobbly.
Oh.
Okay.
The costume was too wobbly.
And how did you fix that?
No, that's the thing. We are fixing it.
I see.
It's not fixed.
Oi, so
it's
It's a work in
gonna
progress.
Be fixed.
it may
It's a
or
work
may
in
not
progress.
wobble in the finale. We will see.
No, we're actually not using that costume.
Oh, right.
Gotcha.
We
Gotcha.
are making a new one.
Or you're like completely redesigning it.
Yes.
Okay.
And I mean, not completely. We're using the top part.
Yes.
Just the bottom part, actually, I am designing.
Oh,
Fancy, fancy.
that is
Yes.
very exciting.
Yeah.
Yes, and I'm actually really happy and excited about it. Not because I don't want the costume team at NRK to do it, because they're absolutely geniuses.
they're
They're so
fantastic.
good at what they do. But I've always loved designing clothes, and I always loved redesigning. I do it a lot for my own clothes.
You have a
Yeah.
great
so
style.
it's kind of like,
You're
Yeah,
always
yeah.
the best
Thank
dressed,
you.
like anywhere you go.
Yeah.
thank you.
Always
Appreciate it.
fabulous. It counts.
Like you should see my wardrobe. It's a mess, and my boyfriend kind of hates me a little bit for it, but it's fun.
Well, a true
yeah, so
artiste
that was
has a
kinda
messy workshop,
Exactly.
isn't it?
Yes, that was kind of like the dream for me. If I actually got to design the costume I was gonna wear, even just like a little bit myself, and now I've ended up with probably I'm gonna be designing quite a lot of it.
Yes.
That is very
which is
exciting.
super.
Very cool.
Yeah, and I've always loved, obviously, like writing lyrics and singing and like the music part of being creative, but also painting and redesigning and all of that stuff. So
Yeah.
the more creativity I can put into this process myself, the better, kind of, for me.
Yeah, and I guess the more it then actually reflects you as an artist, because you are actively participating in all different aspects of it.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I have like a pinch of OCD, and like I just love to be hands on.
Yeah.
I guess you can say with everything. So yeah, I'm super happy that I get to like sit at home here late at night and like stitch my little costume and figuring out how it's gonna be and have crazy ideas and
Yes.
that is very, very exciting.
Yeah.
that's my cup of tea.
Yeah. Pun intended.
And I can't help but notice that the word Pippi is at the bottom of that
Oh yeah.
mug. She has been
Oh my god, that is so cool.
somewhat of an inspiration for you, hasn't she?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely. Like she has always been my like number one idol
Yeah.
and inspiration. I just find her so epic and so cool. And yeah, I know that she's made up by Astrid Lindgren, but still, Pippi is the shit. Like
Yes.
she's cool, funny. She doesn't take crap from anyone.
Yeah.
But she's also so kind. Like she doesn't take crap, but it's in the most like sweetest and kindest type of way. And for me,
in specific, it's the phrase "Det har jag aldrig provat, så det klarar jag helt säkert," which means I've never tried that, so I can probably do it.
Yes.
Which has kind of become my life motto.
Yeah.
Motto.
And it's kind of what I always tell myself. Because before I was quite insecure as a person and as an artist. And I didn't know who I was. And now I've kind of gained more confidence. So when I say that, oh, I've never tried that before, but I can probably do it, it's not to be like in a cocky way. It's more just to tell yourself that, like, why should the chance be bigger for not being able to do something than actually being able to do it?
Also, you work at a hospital, but you've also worked at the bar at Oslo Spectrum where MGP is going to be held.
Yes.
How has that felt like when you have probably been serving drunk concert goers, knowing like in a couple of months I won't have to deal with you, I will be on the stage?
Yes.
Yeah, it's been quite fun for me working behind the bar, knowing, as you said, in not too long I'm going to be on the stage. But it's also really like strange to me.
I can imagine.
Like thought behind that and like the thought process. But also, as I keep saying in the interviews, at least I know where all the toilets are in case I get super nervous. So I hope that that's going to be like a benefit that I have.
Can you give us some insider tips? Because I'm going to be coming to MGP. Can you give us like insider tips? Where are the quietest bathrooms? Like where there's the least queues if we need to go to the bathroom during the show?
Yeah, it's hard to explain, but come find me and I'm going to show you.
Yeah.
Because there is one that is like, it's a massive bathroom, but there's basically never anyone there.
Ah.
So there is one.
If we need a guide, we just go to the green room and find you.
Yeah. And I will escort you to the.
Because you won't be busy at all that night.
No, not at all.
No.
You'll have a lot of time.
No worries. I have a lot of time. So but it's been fun working there and knowing that I'm going to be on the stage for sure. I've also been to a concert where actually because obviously when you work in the bar, you don't actually get to see so much of the arena and you don't see the stage as much.
Yeah.
Going to a concert and actually seeing the entire audience, it didn't freak me out.
Ooh.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, I was more like,
It's cool. Yeah.
It felt good. It scared me a little bit, but more in like a exciting kind of way.
Oh, I'm looking forward for you. Speaking of gigs and like performing, you have some pretty fun gig stats to your name. Could you tell us a little bit about that?
When I was starting as a singer, I started working in cover bands on cruise ships. So I started on what we call Danskebåten in Norway, the Danish ferry.
Right?
I've been to Danskebåten.
You have?
Yeah, Danskebåten is the shit.
Oh, shit.
It's the most hurry place you could ever think of.
Yeah, it's quite hillbilly, but so much fun. And I learned a lot working there. And also, I was working on the Danish ferry. I was doing 14 days on and 14 days off. I was working there for a few months, like 5-6 months, before I actually got a job offer to start working as a vocalist in a trio on a world cruise ship.
Yeah.
Yes, as it sounds like a cruise ship that goes the entire world.
All right.
That's
so
insane.
you've been to like every continent then?
Okay, so here's the fun thing about that. I was supposed to go to every continent, and like you should see the schedule that I was put up to do. It was epic. Super excited about that. Boom, Corona.
Oh no, that also happened.
PTSD.
Yes. Boom, 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 Corona. Yeah. But anyway, I got to see a lot of cool places. I actually met my boyfriend on that cruise ship.
Oh.
Hell yeah.
Hell yeah. We met in Portugal, in Madeira.
Oh, wow.
He's Italian. He was working there in a different band on the same cruise ship. He's a guitarist. And here we are, 5.5 years later.
Wow.
Damn.
Anyway, I met Marco on that cruise boat or cruise ship. We actually also did a Norway cruise with the World Cruise Ship. And he got to meet my parents for the very first time. That was like long time before we actually got together as a couple. So here we are 5.5 years later, and we played also after the cruise ships. We just moved to Norway, tried to get gigs as a duo, started a duo, and we have gotten requests from Svalbard, where we went twice now already and played concert at some small festivals they have up there, where one of those festivals actually was on a sailboat. So we're on the sailboat playing every night. It was a lot of fun, very sporty audience, I gotta tell you. The festival was called Ski and Sail, and we ended up going so far up north on Svalbard that we have the record as the most northern concert ever played.
That is so fucking insane.
Ever.
That is so insane.
Yeah.
So you can say that you have played the northernmost like concert in the world.
Yes, I can.
Is there like a Guinness record for this? Or?
But that's the thing, which is so sad about Guinness record. So to get it in the record books, you need to have 2 people off the state, like a police officer.
As a witness to the record.
Yeah.
Oh.
It can't just be normal people. It has to be like a police officer or a judge would also be able to do it.
Oh, really?
Yeah. And we only had 1 police guy, I think. So we had 1 more.
Oh, no.
Shit, his partner was sick that day and you didn't get your record.
No.
Yeah, damn.
Shit.
But at least you know it and no one can take that away from you.
Yeah.
That's true. The people that was there, they know. And
Yes.
we know. So yeah.
Maybe
So
we'll have to arrange a new one there and have 2 police officers.
Yeah.
And then we can have you get your record.
And then I'll just be standing with a ukulele 10 meters north of that.
Can you imagine doing that?
Yes, get out of spite.
No, that was
Not yet.
But that was pretty epic, but also extremely cold.
I can imagine.
I felt so sorry for Marco's fingers trying to play that guitar because it was freezing. And
he was from Portugal, you said?
He's from Italy.
Italy. Yeah, you met in Portugal.
Yeah, we met in Portugal. Yeah. And also, like, I've never... Because, like, I've sang outside. I've sang outside in the north of Norway, kind of like where I'm from, up north, and, like, in a lot of minus degrees. Never have I ever felt like my vocal cords are actually getting frosty while singing.
Yeah. Yeah, how cold was it?
I'm not sure, but it was extremely cold. And... just freezing, but it was such an epic view, like glaciers.
Did you have the aurora?
No, it was in May, so it was just sunny all the time, to be honest. But super beautiful. But I think because we were literally on the water, it made the cold and the humidity for the vocal cords just so much worse. So I'm not going to say it was super beautiful, but I did sing the most northern concert ever done.
Hell yeah.
But now I think we would like to hear a little bit about like what is next for Ladybug after MGP and possibly Eurovision. What's your like? Where would you like your project to go after all of this? Like obviously now you have Eurovision, but do you have any more future plans?
Yeah, so obviously I'm going for winning MGP and winning Eurovision.
Of course.
But depending on what kind of plans that would kind of naturally happen with the impact of that. Except from that, I have written so many songs in 23 and 24. Some of them actually being with the man, the myth, the legend himself sitting right next to you there.
Hell yeah.
This guy?
We have some demos that we have written together.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, we have a couple of songs and also other songs that I'm just super excited about releasing, to be honest. So I have a lot of music stacked in my Dropbox that I am super excited about. So that's kind of a plan after MGP.
Very exciting. We can't wait to hear that.
Yeah, so are you thinking singles, EP, album?
Well, the crazy thing is that I've never really like worked towards, I'm going to make an EP or I'm going to make an album. But now it's basically an album.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Could
without
you release an
even...
album?
it could be an album. It could, I guess. Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know. We're gonna have to see.
Maybe an album. You heard it here first.
Maybe an album.
Hell
That
yeah.
is very exciting.
Yeah.
Well, we are very grateful to have had you here on the podcast, and we are going to be rooting for you in MGP. And obviously, when you win, we will be rooting for you in Eurovision, and
Yeah.
you're obviously going to win it, right?
Yeah.
Hell yeah. As you guys
Hell
say.
yeah.
I'm starting to talk like you guys now. Hell yeah.
Hell yeah.
All the
It's
time.
a very catchy thing.
It is contagious.
It's an extremely contagious word. And
Yes.
another thing that is very contagious is this.
Yes.
The
my
Italian
God.
handinitis,
Yeah.
as we call it. This one I caught from you, and you caught the hell yeah from me. So I
Yes.
think we
And
have...
then you caught the motherfucker.
Yeah, he starts saying motherfucker. So yeah, I think we have both ruined each other at least a little bit.
Yes.
Yeah.
And we're very
for sure.
glad to have now ruined you at least a little bit.
Yay. Thank you.
You get to partake in the brain rot.
Woo.
Hell yeah.
I feel honored.
Thank you a lot for coming on a podcast. Where can people find you? Would you like to plug your Instagram, TikTok?
Yes, absolutely. So I'm on, let me see which platforms. I'm on Instagram, I'm on TikTok, I'm on Snapchat and YouTube.
Yes.
All right.
And Threads. And all of those platforms, it's I am the.ladybug.
Yes.
All right.
I am the ladybug.
Yes, and
Yeah.
you can find the links to all of those in the description of this episode. I will
Yes.
make sure to put all of them there.
And it'll probably be on the screen, like here.
Yes.
And also there and there and there as well, I think. Hell.
Oh, wow. And here.
Yes. Yeah. Fantastic.
Amazing.
Yeah.
But yeah, thank you so much for coming onto the podcast. It was a pleasure to have you.
Thank you so much for having me and for inviting me.
Yeah, of course, of course.
Yes.
Yeah.
So now I think the only thing we have left to say is good luck and you can do this.
Yes, we believe in you.
We believe in
can
you,
win.
yes.
Oh, hell yeah.
Thank you. Appreciate
Hell
it.
yeah.
We on the podcast, we have a tradition when we're saying our outro that we are saying bye to a specific person that we describe their like outfit. Like, oh, bye to you in the pink shirt with the very weird shade of green in her shorts. Is there someone who you would now like to say bye to?
I mean, there's the two of you.
Yes.
Oh, hell yeah. I don't think
did you-
anyone's said bye to us when
No,
we've
I don't
done
think
the
so
outro for the
either.
podcast. So
Yeah. I mean, there's
Goodbye
the two of you.
to-
But then maybe I have to make a nickname for you guys. Okay,
yeah.
hold on. So, goodbye to Miss Marilyn Monroe, because you're so blonde and pale in the best kind of way.
Thank you. Thank you.
Get that red lipstick on, Miss Marilyn.
Yes.
And then goodbye, Mr. Italian Stallion. That's the only thing. That's the only thing I could come up with. That was so
a
bad.
perfect outro. Thank you.
That was so bad.
Bye.
Bye.